In this section, we will look at the traditional lighting instruments that are used to create a lighting design for the theater. When we look at the lighting instruments for theater lighting, we are looking at very intense and sophisticated pieces of equipment. Unlike the light bulbs and lamps in our homes, lighting instruments use lamps that often burn intensely and as a result have a limited life. In the theater, there are two basic categories of lighting instruments at a designer's disposal. Those are referred to as spotlights and floodlights. Spotlights are so called because their beam results in a well-defined spot or circle on the stage. Spotlights are used primarily for purposes of defining an area on the stage. Typically, two or more spotlights will be focused into an area, and those spots will be blended with other spots to create several areas blended together to create what is referred to as a stage wash. The manner of spot that a spotlight creates is determined by the lens that it utilizes. The two most common spotlights for the theater are the Ellipsoidal Spotlight and the Fernell Spotlight. The Ellipsoidal Spotlight, or Lico-light as it's sometimes referred, creates a sharp spot on the stage. The ellipsoidal does this by means of a double convex lens. In the barrel of an ellipsoidal spotlight, two lenses with a convex configuration intensify the light beam and create a sharp spot. At the rear of the ellipsoidal, a quartz lamp generates the initial light and reflects off a domed reflector toward the double lens arrangement. When the light hits the initial lens, the convex configuration forces the beam to cross inside the barrel, and when it strikes the second lens, a very intense and sharp spot is created. The Fernell Spotlight utilizes a single, uniquely designed lens to create its spot. The Fernell is named for the French physicist who invented the instrument's lens, which was initially used in lighthouses. This instrument creates a soft spot that can be resized through the focusing process. This soft spot is created through the use of the Fernell's stepped lens. The Fernell can be used as a specialty spot, creating a soft spot on a featured player. Its soft spot also makes it ideal for filling in areas left unlit by the general lighting of the stage. Apart from the spotlight are a category of lighting instruments known as floodlights. These floodlights typically use a lamp and a reflector to create a flood of light. Because they don't use a lens, they flood an area with light rather than creating a defined spot. Floodlights are often used to introduce color into an area of the stage or on the surface of a sky cyc. Two typical floodlights in the theater are the scoop and the parcan. The scoop is so called because of its shape. The lamp of the scoop instrument sits inside a large scoop-like reflector. As you can tell, the scoop requires a large gel and can flood an ample amount of color into an area. Another common floodlight is referred to as the parcan. The parcan is a floodlight that has a built-in reflector in the lamp itself. The parcan instrument itself serves no other purpose than to house this reflector within a lamp. As a result, it is little more than a can for this specialized lamp. PAR stands for Parabolic Reflector. This is in reference to the shape of the reflector within the lamp itself. The parabolic reflector is the same kind of lamp that is used in your car's headlights. There are other types of floodlights, including strip lights and cyc lights. These are designed to flood a particular color onto a cyclorama. From this discussion, we learned that designing lights for a play production requires knowledge of the different types of lighting instruments available and a technical acumen as to what the purposes of these instruments are capable of serving. In the next section, we will take a look at the process that a lighting designer goes through in order to design and execute a technically efficient and aesthetically pleasing lighting design for a play production. Now, It's time for your task for this section. See you on the other side.